Spell philosophy. Spell philosophy. Ain't no way, bro. You 16, he's 17. Y'all juniors and seniors in high school, man. Spell it. Ain't no way. We erase the board. We gonna forget about the other stuff. I'm gonna give y'all another chance. Spell philosophy.
Oh my God.
Dog. Keep on. I'm curious. I'm curious to see. Come on. Spell philosophy.
Okay, I'm gonna call this a joke because it does say satire at the bottom.
What comes after C in the alphabet? They couldn't answer it. And I'm not just talking 1 or 2 kids in the class. I'm talking closer to 50%.
That's terrible, bro. That's terrible.
And we're not also just talking about 6th graders. We're talking about 6th, 7th, and 8th graders.
And this is a problem that I've noticed.
Level. As a music teacher, I didn't really think I had a whole lot to add to this conversation, but I don't think a lot of y'all understand how much this is affecting them in every single course that they're taking, not just the ones where they're having to write and read passages like science and math and reading courses, but it's affecting them in every aspect of their schooling. I'm going to put up a chart of a music staff so that you can see what exactly I'm talking about, because I have a story about this past year and some of the struggles that I saw in my band hall with kids that did not know how to read at their grade level. So what I was noticing this past year with my students is they weren't just having those typical issues that you would have to work through. A lot of these kids would not even use alphabet symbols. They would be making up symbols. They would not even know how to write A, B, C, D, E, F, G on their piece of paper.
So if you guys don't know, this video is about our future generation and them not being able to read, high schoolers specifically, and teachers just being done with them. And the reason why I think this is important is because this highlights a big problem that comes through even in politics, where people are just downright lazy and downright illiterate. And it's especially affecting my generation and younger generations, but let's not waste any more time and get right into it.
They wouldn't know how to form those letters. They would also have issues not knowing alphabetical order in general. So if they knew how to write A, B, C, D, E, F, G, they couldn't answer to me what letter would come after C in the alphabet. And I would ask them things like that specifically. What comes after C in the alphabet? They couldn't answer it. And I'm not just talking 1 or 2 kids in the class. I'm talking closer to 50%.
That's terrible, bro. That's terrible.
And we're not also just talking about 6th graders. We're talking about 6th, 7th, and 8th graders. Kids that are about to go into high school. And did it make the job of teaching kids how to read music harder? Yes, but I think the reason why I'm wanting to point this out specifically is that a lot of teachers in middle school grades or upper level grades before you get into high school aren't necessarily dealing with skills that require you to go back to those remedial basics like the alphabet or drawing letters. But in music class, we literally work with the alphabet every single day. We only work with A, B, C, D, E, F, G, 7 letters of the alphabet. And a lot of these kids do not know the first 7 letters of their alphabet or what order they go in.
That's terrible.
So I can only imagine how they are having issues reading and writing when they can't even identify the first 7 letters of the alphabet. It is a crisis.
And this is a problem that I've noticed. And, you know, people always talk about the unemployment rate when it comes to Gen Z not graduating. And yes, I don't want to blame an entire generation because employment is bad right now. The job market is bad right now. But when you look at just the pure and utter laziness and ignorance that comes from our generation, it's very easy to see. And it really upsets me, bro. It genuinely upsets me. You have students who have all the resources in the world. You have free online books. You have AI that can do homework for you. You have every resource. You got YouTube. It's a free online resource. And students just don't want to work. They just don't want to. They're lazier. They spend more time on TikTok, more time on Instagram. They spend more time doing what they're not supposed to do. And they just refuse to settle down and buckle down and work. It's like the work ethic is just gone. And even teachers are getting online saying something about it.
And before you say, well, maybe you're just not teaching the concept good enough for them to understand that they need to use the alphabet, I would see a correlation most of the time between the kids that were having those issues that I discussed and the ones that could not complete a writing assignment in music class, which I did have them write things out a lot. And oftentimes the same kids that could not identify their alphabet or write things in alphabetical order also could not write passages on their own that were legible and readable.
I know all last week, all over social media, you saw nothing but teachers talking about how elementary and middle school kids are reading 4 years below grade level. Well, as a high school teacher, I'm here to inform you that high school kids are doing way worse. They are reading 6 years below grade level. The only difference is a whole heap of these kids are going to graduate at the end of this school year. And we are expecting them to go to college and obtain jobs when they cannot even comprehend basic skills, which is why we probably see a problem with employers finding employees. There are literally high school kids reading on a 3rd grade reading level, and still states are expecting teachers to prepare kids and have them pass state tests are on or above grade level. See, the issue is schools have dumbed it down for kids. They have made it so easy that kids believe that their only job is to show up and behave. And that should be enough to get a passing grade and to go on to the next grade level. We have a real issue here. And please do not talk to me about graduation rates, because Bugs Bunny could graduate in this era.
That's facts, bro. And I'm tired of, people need to stop sugarcoating it. A lot of kids are lazy. It's just laziness. Pure, utter laziness. You don't work because you're lazy. You don't want it bad enough. And here's the thing. I'm 23 years old. I've said this in the past. I have a master's degree. I graduated my master's program with like a 3.7, which if you don't know in college, there's a plus minus system, meaning an A minus is a 3.7. No, I had like a 3.65. That means throughout my graduate degree, I averaged an A minus grade. I had undergraduate, I got a degree in optical engineering. I have 2 degrees, masters, and I'm 23 years old. It was hard, very, 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 very hard. But the thing is though, it wasn't impossible because I wasn't lazy. I woke up every day chasing my dream. Every day. But the thing is, a lot of people look at me like I'm some sort of genius. But if you're watching this, you're like, oh, you just seem normal. Because I am normal. And if you've achieved anything, you're like, oh, that's just normal. Because if you work hard for something, you're going to get it. A lot of people just don't work for nothing. They're lazy. And this young generation, all they want to do is scroll on TikTok and watch stream. Constant that stream all day.
Make it make sense.
Spell philosophy. Spell philosophy. Ain't no way, bro. You 16, he's 17. Y'all juniors and seniors in high school, man. Spell it. Ain't no way. We erase the board. We're going to forget about the other stuff. I'm going to give y'all another chance. Spell philosophy.
Oh, my God.
Dog. Keep going. I'm curious. I'm curious to see. Come on. Spell philosophy.
Oh, my God, bro.
Yeah. Man. Damn face. Come on, get out the way. Let me see what y'all. Come on.
Okay, I'm gonna call this a joke because it does say satire at the bottom. So I'm just gonna excuse this, but it sucks because although that's a joke, art imitates life, and if that's really the reality that a lot of children can't spell philosophy or can't spell bigger words or words with more verbs than other words or more vowels than other words or more syllables, like, come on, bro.
Today's example of your child cannot read. Every year, my final project that students have to do a children's book about a topic that we've discussed this year. And I feel like if you can break something down enough that a 5, 6, 7-year-old knows it, then you understand the material. So today a student came to me and showed me his book, and it was on ecological succession because I'm a science teacher. But as I'm reading it, it's talking about money and like paying taxes and all this stuff. And I'm like, what does ecological succession mean to you? Because I think something's missing here. And he's like adamant. He's like, this is ecological succession. Yes, we talk about money. I've learned about money in here. Like, we talk about money all the time. And I'm like, in science.
He got ecological and economical mixed up, it seems like.
Child, you know what this boy was trying to say? Do you know what he Googled? He thought ecological succession was economical succession. He wrote a children's book about economical succession and taxes of the government.
Did you know that in 2022, 67% of 4th graders scored below a proficiency level in reading? There are so many kids out there that are being passed along in the system that cannot read. Reading is a part of everyday life. And the fact that we are failing these children says a lot about America's educational system. We are worried about the wrong things right now.
That's facts.
We are focused on the wrong things right now. At this point, this is not solely a teacher problem. Parents need to take accountability. They need to help their kids. We are doing what we can with the time that we are given. So many people underestimate all of the things that teachers have to do. Yes, of course our job is to help your students, and we do that. By the end of 3rd grade, I'm no longer...
But as a teacher, it's only so much you can do. If you're watching this and you're a teacher or you have any young children, please just make sure they're reading and doing what they have to do. Please make sure they have dreams and goals. I'm tired of talking to every young boy on earth, every single one. Every single young boy on earth thinks they're going to be an entertainer or an athlete. That's it. It's entertainer or an athlete. They're 19 years old chasing athletic dreams. All of them. They don't want any other dreams. Every young girl, want to be an influencer? Only point I'm getting at is making sure your children have goals, making sure they chase them, making sure they're locked in. My name is Jojo, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.